All right, finally live. Y'all don't know what it takes to do this. This freaking YouTube's being a total pain in the butt today. Thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks everybody for watching this on the replay. Um, so yeah, thanks to everybody. Thanks. Got 100th live going on here while I wait for a few people to come in. Because apparently, I don't know if YouTube's sending out notifications these days or not. I'll be honest with you. Rory in the house. What's up? What's up? Let me see what's going on with his other phone over here. Let me see if I can get it going. Man, YouTube's been a total pain today. This is like the third time I've tried to get this to go live. So it's been a total pain. But I appreciate everybody coming in. Appreciate it. Got the 100th live today. 100th live. Yep, that's me today. 100th live. I get a lot of people saying that they're not getting my notifications of when I go live, and I'll just tell you right now, that's a conspiracy. YouTube knows I'm the best damn thing there ever was, and they're just trying to keep me down. They don't want to bid more. They don't want me going to Spotify for $100 million. Like, it's conspiracy. Oh man. How's everybody doing out there today? So, yeah, I've been getting 9.1 miles per gallon today into the wind. At one point, it was up to 13 mile an hour. Most of the day, it's been around like 10. I've seen it all the way down to 9. I was going into a 9 mile an hour wind, and I've seen it come up to like 13 was the highest I've seen. It's been right in that range. So, yeah. Stopped and bought $193 worth of diesel on MUDFLAP today. So that's a thing. Check it out. Oh yeah, 14 in the house. Let's see who all's in here. Rory's in here. Joe Jordan says hi. Thanks for coming in, Joe. Nice to see you. Mr. Mayor of Chicago himself, Wild Bill Anderson's in here. Don is in the house. What's up, Don? How's everything going? Freight trucking. Hello. It says evening, everyone. DIY semi hashtag factual statements. Yeah. DIY is the reason I had a headwind today, because he brought that up the other day. I was like, yeah, I'm getting like 10 miles a gallon on this load. And he was like, no, you won't, because there'll be wind. And I'm like, he's right. But still, I'll take 9.1. I was getting like 10 yesterday. I was killing it yesterday and wanted to run more, but then I ate some fish from a shady, I won't say shady. I ate some fish that was leftovers, what it was. I've eaten that little truck stop before, and it didn't kill me. I thought it was going to kill me yesterday. I got me a couple pieces of fried fish, and it was like 2:30ish in the afternoon. I'm sure that had been under the heat light since probably like 11 o'clock. Whoa, man. I sweated. I thought I was dying. I swear to God. I ate like 15 of these little, I think I still got a few. Maybe I don't. Yeah. These little Pepto tablets. Oh my God. I ate like so many of these yesterday. Thought I was dying. So yeah, watch where you get your catfish from, I guess, is the moral of that story. Thanks for coming in, DIY. Everybody check out DIY. He's got a great channel over there. Really enjoy that channel. Wild Bill says, congrats on the 100th live show. Yeah, the fact that I powered through and did 100 of them, and some of them are good, some of them are great. It's up to you to decide. But yeah, no, I enjoy it. I like kicking it with everybody. Draws a good crowd, good information. That's the main thing, That's why we're here. I'm trying to stir the pot of information for truckers. There's a couple other channels that kind of do the same thing, and I owe a lot of my success to them, like Market Trucking Answers and the Asian My Show. Both of those channels really inspire people, and they try to get drivers into good positions, and that's what I like. And I honestly try to mimic a lot of what they do. Just on like an owner-operator level, because Asian Mai's an owner-operator, but he's like, he's not like a full-time driver, you know what I mean? Like, he makes so much money in like 6 months that he takes off half the year, 4 months, whatever it is he takes off. So like, you know, I'm kind of the everyday grinded out type of driver, because I'm not willing to move furniture, I guess. So yeah, you know, I just that's kind of the approach of the channel. But thank you, Wild Bill, I appreciate it. Lone Star Transport in the house. Good evening. How's it going, Lone Star? Um, Thanks everyone for watching the last couple videos I put out. I have not been able to get around to answering all the comments. I do appreciate all those comments, though. I really do. I will go back through and try to answer as many as I can. This particular load I'm on right now is not exempt, so I am having to run, you know, a logbook on this one, and you know, it's kind of tight scheduled, so I've been dropping videos, but I ain't really been able to keep up with the comments and everything on them. But I do appreciate everybody commenting. It does, you know, it does make the video do better, and it kind of, you know, like helps people out as well. So thank you. Rory says congrats. Thank you. Rick in the house. What's up, Rick? Rick. Robbie Walker says howdy from Texas. Hey man, how's it going? I just left LaPorte the other day. How's things going in Texas these days? I ain't been there since yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Was that yesterday? Maybe that was the day before. I did not get very far yesterday. I was feeling all good, and I was trucking along. I was in that hammer lane. No, I wasn't. I go slow. But I like to think I'm in the hammer lane sometimes. You know, I pretend I'm in the hammer lane when I'm over here in the granny lane, you know, doing 60. I ran this load at about 65 to 66. I like to stay out of everybody's way. I would have ran it a little slower, but I noticed like when I dropped it down to like 63, I was building up traffic behind me. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. And 3 mile an hour is not really going to make or break you, honestly. So I bumped it up a little bit, you know, just to get out of the way. And also, today I bumped it up to 66. I ran most of the day at 66 because of almost dying yesterday. Really cut me down. I only worked like 6.5 hours yesterday. It was brutal. It was brutal. I stopped and took like an hour nap, and then that was like 2 hours after I ate that fish. I said, oh, I gotta stop. I said, I don't feel good, and I was getting real drowsy. So I laid down and I slept for about an hour, and then I said, oh, I gotta get up because I got too far to go to be stopping my day right here. And then I proceeded to get up and drive, and I drove up to the next truck stop past the rest area, and I called it a day. Like I just couldn't do it. I was eating those freaking Pepto tablets. I thought I was gonna have a bad day, which it was a bad day, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Let's see where we at. Paul Harris in the house. What's up, Paul? Appreciate you coming in. Paul says, "Hey, there, doing dishes. Would rather be behind the wheel." There you go, Paul. There you go. Sometimes that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. Sometimes you got to do dishes. You got to do the dishes. Freight trucking says, you catch Asian My Show today. Damn. Yeah, I'm thinking I did. I watch a lot of his stuff. I watch all his videos, but I don't always get to them right off the bat. A lot of times when he does recorded videos, I put them in my watch later, and you know, usually I watch them within a day or two, but you know, I keep a pretty steady, heavy watch later because I watch a lot of truckers. I watch a lot of non-trucking, you know, and I was trying to catch this Joe Rogan podcast, the one he had, the first one, maybe not the first one on Spotify. It was one he did the other day. He had an alien guy on there. I like hearing about UFOs and whatnot. You know, just interests me. Let's see. Eric O says, sup Cash, just got done watching one of your other videos. Yeah, man, I crank out some content. If you need trucking advice and you need to be entertained, I could probably recommend you this channel now. But yeah, no, I mean, I put a lot of stuff out, man. Content is king. You know, like it is. You got to put out stuff on YouTube because people People just move on, man. If you want to make a go at this YouTube thing, you gotta be dedicated to it. You can't be like, I'm gonna put out a video, once a month and do anything, It just don't work like that. Because, YouTube, everybody wants that new. They want that new video. They don't want that week old video. Um, so yeah. Oh, DIY says 9.1 miles a gallon. Liar. Yeah. You caught me, DIY. Yeah, you jinxed me with that wind comment. No, I was playing. I was killing it, though. I should have put the winter cover on it this morning. I think I killed myself on my miles per gallon this morning. It was cold enough for that winter cover. It was like low 40s, and I got no weight on, so I wasn't, I just figured by the time I stopped and put it on, it'd be time to take it off, so I didn't stop and mess with it. But I think if I'd have put it on this morning, that 9.1 would have been a couple tenths better, because the truck was not running as warm as I like it to run. So yeah, I'm always thinking about that fuel economy. Actually bought fuel in Missouri today. It's not very good to buy fuel in Missouri. For most of the IFTA situations, not very good in Missouri, but I didn't want to stop twice. So I knew I didn't have enough to make it into Illinois, and that was a bummer, because I like buying most of my fuel in Illinois, because that's where the IFTA money is. That's where the good IFTA money is. And like, not just the IFTA, I don't worry about IFTA. The underlying diesel price. That's typically where I can get the cheapest diesel minus IFTA. And I just didn't have enough, and I was should I stop and grab like 20 gallons in Missouri or Arkansas and then go? And I said, you know what? I always do good on IFTA. What is one tank? What is one tank? Instead of loaning the government money through IFTA and getting a refund, I said, I'll buy fuel in Missouri this one time, and it'll all, I'm always a rebate guy when it comes to IFTA. So I'm like, yeah, it'll take $1 or $2 off my rebate. Who cares? But I got fuel in Missouri today. Did pretty good though. Still got it for $1.90. So I did good with that. I filled this thing up. 193 gallons was like $360 and getting 9 miles per gallon. You think of the money you can make with that $360 investment in fuel. You know what I mean? Like, I could possibly make, considering my next load I've got booked, I pick up tomorrow afternoon, is paying $4 a mile. I could very easily make, like $4,000. Oh shoot, I already got a bottle of water open. I bought this Casey's water today. It's purified water. It's not spring water. I'm picky on my water. I haven't tried the Casey's purified, but I'm out of Aquafina, and that Casey's was like $4, whereas this Love's water, man. Love's has got some expensive water these days. They're like $5-6 a case. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me today. Let me get through some comments here. I'm sure I'm getting behind. I don't want Rick to get mad if I get behind. Rory says, still haven't recovered from seeing the thumbnail with you in leggings. Yeah, you like that, Rory? Cashdashian. I've came up with a name for that. Cashdashian. She was hitchhiking. Cashdashian was hitchhiking. What's the name of that bridge? That like 40-mile bridge you go across there? That's I-10. She was hitchhiking across the bridge. Lone Star Transport says, make sure the bell is set to all notifications. For sure do that. For sure do that. Hit the subscribe button and then go over there to like, and then make sure that bell. Get that bell. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you, sir. Whoa, I'm way behind. Ace in the house. Ace is the place to hit me with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Ace. I appreciate that. Whoa, I am way behind. I'm way behind. All right, I acknowledge that I'm way behind. Let me get caught up for a second. Yeah, thank you, Lone Star. Thank you. I see you got your new Peterbilt in your little picture there. I'm gonna have to check that out, see if I can get a better picture of it. Those are good looking trucks, man. I don't care what nobody says. That Peterbilt 579 is a good looking truck. It is. It is. Um, Robbie Walker says, great job on the miles per gallon. My old 379 and Freightliner Classic are doing good to get 5.5. Woo wee. Yeah, that's big money right there. That's big money, man. Um, yeah, these Freightliners, man, they money. They're money. I can't wait till I get that new body style Freightliner. I'm a little over 2 years out on getting one of those. Probably, uh, let's see, probably, I don't know, spring of 20, let's see, be 21, 22. Yeah, probably like spring of 22. I'll be getting one of those new body style Cascadias. Wild Bill says my average on my last tank was 7.2 in a van. yeah, that's worth it though, man. That van's where it's at. The van is where it's at. Let me get hold of the chat over here. I do better with the chat over here. DIY semi dropping $2 says tip your host, everyone. Yeah. Don't forget to tip your waiter and no touching the strippers. No touching the strippers. Unless you pay extra. 29 in the house, 19 likes. Everybody grab that like button for me while you could. Daycap Gear Jammer says, what's up, Cash? Not much, chilling. Did about 580 miles today like a super trucker in that left lane, just hammering on it. No, I wasn't. I was getting over 9 miles a gallon, though. Was enjoying that at about 66 mile an hour into the wind. Oh, my God. I mean, I'm basically empty. The load I got weighs 6,000 pounds. It's like 5 pallets. So, just saying, should have been over 10. We're dealing with a little wind. Should have been over 10, but kind of in a little bit of a hurry. I would have liked to have ran this load at about 62, and just, when I was coming across I-10, I really didn't have no wind, and coming across I-10 from like LaPorte to maybe like Baton Rouge, I was showing like 12 on the dash, and that dash is pretty accurate. It's never off by more than like a tenth, and I was like pegged at 12 coming across there. Oh, I was so happy. But then we turned north, and there's some rolling hills on 55, and thank you, Freight Trucking drops a $5 super chat. Come on. But yeah, coming up 55, there's some rolling hills, and when we turned north, we turned into the wind. So we do what we got to do. I got to acknowledge something real quick here, though. This truck in front of me, I don't know if y'all can see that. That is a lot of smoke coming off of that truck for some reason. You see that? It's kind of hard to see with my dirty windshield. But you see all that smoke coming off of that truck right there? Like, what in the heck is going on with that? I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but we're gonna leave the camera there for a second. This could be a developing story over here at the Loves. This truck looks like it might be on fire. We may have to get out and get a fire extinguisher on this. Or maybe he's grilling on the catwalk. Let's say he's grilling on the catwalk. I like to be positive. But if you look, it's coming out on both sides over here. Where's my camera? Yeah, now it's coming out on this side. I don't know. I'm trying to think if that guy got out of his truck or what was going on here. Oh, we got us a truck trying to park there beside him. May not be the best idea. That's Summit Express truckload blanket route. Yeah, oh well. But yeah, thanks for the super chat. Alexandra with a super chat. Freight trucking with a super chat. DIY Ace. Everybody's hitting me with a super chat today. I appreciate that. Let's see where we at. Let's see. Alexandra says Ave Satanas, my trucking family. All right. Not sure. You might want to explain that one for me. I'm a little slow. I'm always the last guy to know what's going on. Um, let's see how this guy does. It looks like he's got a good angle on it. He's got a good angle on it. He's already turning. He's already turning left. That's a good sign. You know, like when you're turning left early into a backing, you know you've got a good angle on it. You know, you got that wheel cranked to the left. Um, yeah, yeah, he's coming in there real nice, like smooth as silk. Some would say buttery, buttery. One pull up. There's no shame in one pull up here. Let's I don't want to get anybody's face on camera if they don't want to be on camera. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's got it. He's got it. I'm just wondering about the truck beside him. Like, let's go back to that scene. Look at this. You see that smoke coming off of that truck? I'd like to think that guy's cooking pork chops over there or something. I know when I cook in the truck, it's like I have to crack the windows a lot, let some of the steam out. You know, when you fry hamburgers or something, you know, like this is not a big area, not a lot of space here. Um, so yeah, thanks for the super chats, everybody. I do appreciate that. Texas Trader says, fish under the heat lamps, talking about gambling. Oh man, oh here we go. Texas Trader, hindsight's 2020. No, you're totally right. I mean, I had that coming, man. I thought about that later. I said, wait a minute. You stopped at about 2:30. Okay, lunch service was over. Like the mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese. She asked me. She said, "Would you like a side to go with these pieces of fish?" And I looked at the mashed potatoes and I looked at the macaroni and I said, "No, I'm okay." Like they were crusty, crusty, dude. Like that macaroni looks like it had been there for 3 days under that heat light. And I was like, nah. And then I thought about it after I got in the truck. I was like, everything under there looked like not so great. You know, like they had some pork chops that literally looked like you could hammer a nail with them. So, you know, I had it coming. I thought about it later and I said, yeah, yeah, you've done this to yourself. Um, it was rough. It was rough. Trevor Roberts says when the fish starts looking like Civil War boots pass on it. Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing of it though. That first piece was good, and then the second piece, I mean, like while I was eating it, I was like, I even thought while I was chewing it, I was like, I should spit this out the window. This does not taste right. And you know, I said, man, we'll see what the other half tastes like. You know what I mean? Like, just doing stupid stuff, man. Just doing stupid stuff. Yeah. Yeah, when it looks like something you could sharpen your straight edge on, yeah, it looked like a piece of leather, dude. You know, I bit into one piece of it and there wasn't even any fish in there. It was just breading. I was like, yeah. The other trucker, James Best. What's up, man? Says, word up. Everybody check out the other trucker, James Best channel. I'm really digging it. I'm watching the replay right now of when he was on the Asian My show. I've been watching part of that today. I've got it. It's number one queue in my It's number one in my queue of watch later. It's in my watch later number one. So yeah, that's that's what I've been watching. Good stuff. Good stuff. He's kind of the part I'm at. Sorry, this other phone's giving me teetotal. I am so bad at technology. Um, I can't figure it out. But yeah, I'm going through the part where he's kind of talking about how he got started in trucking and all that fun stuff. So um, I don't know. I feel like YouTube's having real problems these days. Anybody else get that? Like, what in the heck? Yeah. So anyway, it won't let me switch accounts. I don't know. Like, normally up here it would say something like, what account you're on. No, it will not. No, it will not. That is so weird. That is so weird. Eh. Just something else with YouTube. Oh, but yeah, thanks for coming in, James Best. Anthony in the house. What's up, y'all? Not much. Chilling. And I got a delivery in the morning in Elk Grove Village, the EGV as I like to call it. I got to pop in there, show my face tomorrow. Got to drop 5 pallets, and then off to Wisconsin I go. Off to Wisconsin. Let's see. Wild Bill says I'm averaging 4 months off every year. Damn, that's some paid time off. Wild Bill. I mean, it ain't easy being the mayor of Chicago. Like when you got to be the mayor. Gotta do what you gotta do. He's the mayor, in case y'all didn't know. Rich Taco says, "What's up, Cash Money?" Not much. Rich Taco says, "I forgot how to use my e-log." Yeah, I'm having the same trouble, man. I keep forgetting these things. The other trucker, James Best, says, "Word up, Taco. Long time, brother." Yeah, good times. Paul Harris says, "Did you have to go to YouTube University for retraining on logbooks?" Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. I don't know. It's like one of those things, most of these loads I log anyway, even if they are exempt. It's just like, as soon as I catch myself getting low on hours, I'll run one load exempt that is an exempt load. I'll just run it exempt. It gives me a reset. Then I go back to logging them. You know, that's just how I've been doing it. It's like, you don't have to run every one of them no log. I mean, I did run a few like that, but then I got to the point where I'm like, I'd rather just have it logged and, you know, than to not have it logged. Because, I mean, it's not like a lot of these loads I'm having to go over, like, I would say 90% of the exempt loads I've been doing, not even like, not even a big deal. Not even going over. Rick N, so you run like Prime. Yeah, I do. Because a lot of these reefer loads, man, they got too much time on them. And you can't show up and deliver early, so what's the point of rushing down there, Like, it's like you can be like the young bull and run down and say, let's get one, or you can be like, the old bull and say, let's walk down and get them all. That's kind of how I look at it. Other trucker, James Best. Oh, I like that. OTJB. OTJB, word up. Yeah, don't forget to like the video. Thank you, Rick, for reminding everyone. Freight trucking, I swear I never have a good experience with Capstone Logistics. No one does. No one does. Scream it out the window, man. Capstone is, yeah, you want to ruin a day? Show up at a place and they got Capstone working there. Like, it is the most inefficient. I mean, they got to be the most inefficient place of all time. 4 or 5 hours unload. And I mean, like, I appreciate having lumpers so I don't have to do it. But sometimes I wish they would let me do it. Because, like, I know I could do it in faster than 4 hours. You know what I mean? Like, I can look at the bills and kind of tell you how long it should take. If it's like 50 different products on 15 different pallets, yeah, that's going to take a minute. If it's like, four products on 5 pallets, it shouldn't take all day. Even if they got it down stacked 2 or 3 of them, like, it shouldn't take 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, Capstone. I do one. I will say one positive thing. I do like that new electronic payment system Capstone's got. That electronic payment system that Capstone's got now, I love not having to have checks. Because I hate going in a truck stop and I'll be like, I got to get checks. And then I go in the truck stop, I use the bathroom, I come out, I'm getting a truck, and I'm like, oh, damn it, I forgot to get checks. So then I have to go back in and get checks, because you got to have checks on you. and like you need some of each, because like mostly I use EFS, but like the other day the EFS system was down, and so I had to have a COM data check code sent to me, because I'm like, EFS ain't working, so I got to get a COM data code. So you got to have COM data checks. You got to have, most of the time if you got two, you can get, if you got two different kinds, you can get by. But yeah, lumper fees should not be the driver's responsibility. DIY says, as we speak, I finished drawing up my owner operator agreement. Now legit. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I meant to send you that one that I got, man. I forgot all about that. If I ever tell you, or if I ever say anything, just keep reminding me. Eventually, I will get to it. Trying to run a household from the road and a business and other things, outside of trucking, business related. It gets a little hectic. That's my excuse. Oh, where we at? Freight trucking. It's a video on staying fit. You talking about Asian Mai? Yeah, I think I saw that one today. You talking about him with his shirt off? Anthony says, stay away from Arby's. The food will put you out of service. Pepto does not help. I had some trouble with Arby's on those Greek gyros, man. That sauce they put on those does not play well with me, man. Does not play well with me. I did that 2 for $6, and yeah, I was in the bathroom for about 2 6-hour shifts. That's what they mean by 2 for $6. Oh man, let's see here. Alexandra says, trucking on 95, none of us need to see that man in black tights. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I got some special order leggings coming in. They're made for extra fat front bulge. Big old waist. Big old waist. Sorry, I'm looking, that guy down there. So I pulled in, I was going to park, and this guy doubled back, and he was like pointing that he was going to get that spot that I was fixing to pull into. And I'm the type of guy, it's not your spot until you back into it. But at the same time, I also know that I don't fear any spot in this truck stop. If any one of them were open, I'm going to put a truck in it. So he looked like he might be a little green, and I didn't want to take that easy spot from him. So I just pulled over here. And plus, I don't want to piss people off at the truck stop, because I don't know, like you could fall asleep and then they could come over here and undo the lug nuts off, take all your lug nuts or something. You know what I'm saying? And then where would you be? So I was just like, all right, I'll pull over here. I'll take this other spot. I kind of like this spot better because I don't think I'm going to get blocked in with this spot. I got the shop there, in front of me that I can kind of angle out into. So I'm pretty happy about that. And over there, I think you're going to have a better chance of getting blocked in. So I'm always wary of where I park. That's the first thing I think of when I park. I'm like an old dog. I circle the lot a few times, before I lay down. You know how the dog, he'll circle the living room rug a couple times before he picks a spot. That's kind of how I am with the truck stop. So, but I seen him. I think it was him pulling out over there. So he must have made a big to do about nothing. Let's see here. Where we at? Freight trucking says, at DIY Semi, I want to send it over and I'll review it. I don't know. It might be full of I can't even say it. Proprietary. There we go. Woo, boy, English is not working well for me these days. Alexandra says, to be fair, no one needs to see me in tights either. Yeah, no, I mean, when I put on a pair of tights, it's going to look like a bag of walnuts. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Oh, my other phone just decided to fall. Let me grab that real quick. Luckily, it missed my toe. That was the main thing I was fearing. I didn't get my wheel turned perfectly straight when I parked. It's left at a little bit of an angle, and apparently my phone does not like that. So yeah. All right, let's get caught up on some comments. Alexander says Casey's is the sheets. Yeah, I like Casey's. I do a lot over there at Casey's. Trucking on 95. Alexander, oh, excuse me. Mr. Trucking on 95 says, Alexandra, it would definitely pull in some curiosity views, probably swiftly followed by a rash of unsubscribers. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like this Kardashian that I keep putting in the, that's Kim Kardashian's actual ass. Just so y'all know, that is an actual picture of Kim Kardashian. And if you've ever seen her ass on a real photo that's not photoshopped, dude, it looks like she fell in a pile of gravel. Like, you know what I mean? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I don't find anything. I just, it's not my style. It's just, I'll put it that way. I don't want to be mean about it, but like, it's yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's Cash Dashian on the thumbnail. Ace in the house, thanks for that super chat. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, trucking on 95 is right. He's right. Get a lot of unsubscribers, I'm sure. Rick Ian, the one time you want her to be broke and without weed. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, DIY. Appreciate the super chat. Ace says, can you explain how detention works as an owner operator? Yeah. Um, so most agreements that you sign, your rate cons have some sort of detention. You know, we pay this after this, that, and the other. They're getting more complex now. They're more, they're more like, the driver's got to be on time, everything's got to be done, tracking's got to be available, blah blah blah. It's got all these stipulations in it because they're trying to get out of paying it. Most places are anyway. But yeah, as an owner operator, it typically bills out. Um, it typically bills out the same like it would a driver. It's just, like mine comes in whenever if I get detention, it comes in on the load itself. Whenever I get paid for the load, and most of the time my company fronts that, because I typically get paid 24 to 48 hours after a trip. Detention pay typically comes in a couple weeks later. So my company is good enough to front that money, so, they stay after these guys about the detention. But a lot of times as an owner operator, detention, a lot of these brokers tell you to go F yourself. They're just, like, and you try not to work with those brokers, but sometimes you got to have a load to get to a certain spot and you don't know a brokerage and you give them a shot. So a lot of times I find if you work a lot of load bars, you get stiffed a lot. Kangaroo Trucker with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Kangaroo Trucker. Where have you been, man? Where have you been? We've been missing you. We've been missing you. You've been working hard. Kangaroo Trucker has a channel. If you guys don't know, go check out Kangaroo Trucker. That's one thing I cannot figure out. It's really ticking me off about this YouTube is it's not letting me switch accounts. I would like to drop some links. Boy, I just don't see how you change accounts in here. Autoplay home settings. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube has changed something. Maybe I need to go to the Play Store and update something. I don't know. This is not right. But yeah, thank you very much. Oh my God, this freaking phone. Excuse me while I throw this phone out the window. I don't know. Like, why can I not switch accounts on YouTube? This is weird. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Let me go back. Let me go back to the, yeah, I'll have to look into that later. But yeah, detention kind of works like like it does for a company guy. Most of the time, it's specified in the rate con what needs to happen, what's got to happen before they pay it. Um, you know, it's very hit or miss. A lot of crap brokers, they'll goof you around on it. You'll never get it. Just it's sad but true. Gus says, "Hey Cash, I go on Just Trucking Live. I mentioned to him to check out you and DIY Semi. He's big on YouTube. Yeah, I've seen that guy. I've seen that guy. The other trucker, James Best, says bunk heater. Yeah, it could be bunk heater. Uh, Now that you say that, that reminds me when I had a 579 like that, my bunk heater used to blow smoke like that. So yeah, you're right. He went in and took a shower. He probably kicked on that bunk heater when he got out, and it probably done that. So yeah. Brewer 32 says blow by. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was a bunk heater, like James said, because the 579 I had a bunk heater on it like that, and it would do the same thing. It would like fog out the mosquitoes, like could be APU. Uh, Alfredo says, hold on, that was getting interesting. Yeah, it was. Poorly maintained bunk heater. Um, Poorly maintained bunk heater. Yes, sir. Don says, yeah, let's just watch it. All right, Cash. Dragon Smoke in the house. Thank you for coming in, Dragon Smoke. Gus says, smoking truck, probably in region. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I would have thought about the type of truck that is, that my 579 used to do the same thing. Other trucker, James Best, isn't it past your self-described bedtime? Um, Lone Star says, got a load here just south of Montgomery. Be back in a bit if you're still going. Yeah, I'll probably keep this rolling for a minute. Ozzy says, I'm still here checking in. Hey, Cash, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Thanks for the compliment. Alfredo says, you funny. Man, you're funny. Yeah, appreciate that. Rick, it's 6:59, so I got 1 minute. LOL. Yeah, appreciate you coming in, James. I do. Chilling with us for a minute. Kenneth said, and James, if y'all don't know, check out James's channel. He's got a lot going on in trucking right now. Starting a brokerage. It's interesting. It's interesting. Let's see. Kenneth says, hey, been driving since July of 91. Same company, no driving school, LOL. I get a kick out of you. This guy trucks, smart trucking, and trucking answers. Yeah, those are all awesome channels. I like all of those. I was in this guy trucks live earlier, trying to throw some one-liners in there. You know what I mean? Like, I like his live. He keeps it real, man. He don't give a you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I like that live. I like trucking answers live. They're all good. They're all good. Rick Ian says, drink a beer and be a rebel. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's the James Bass. Yeah. I think I'd have to wander around this parking lot while I drank a beer because I wasn't getting the truck with it. Would not get in the truck with it. Kangaroo Trucker says, hey Cash, delivering in the beautiful boonies near Ashland, North Carolina tomorrow a.m. All right, good deal. Good deal. Ashland sounds very familiar to me. Maybe I've been over there recently. D's World found a 2014 Freightliner, but it's a 10-speed automatic. Do you know 10-speed automatic? Do you have more problems than 12-speed automatics? I had a 2014 Freightliner. I would be wary of a 2014 Freightliner. The emission systems aren't the greatest on those. Now, if it's been well maintained and you got maintenance records, I wouldn't be as like scared of it. But mine came out of a fleet in Wisconsin called Wiseway. They got the terminal. They're like Wisconsin to North Carolina is Wiseway. That's like their main lane they run. They've got a yard, or they're based in Wisconsin, but they got a big yard in, I think, like Hickory, North Carolina, or somewhere like that. But that's where my 2014 Freightliner came from. I had a lot of emission problems out of that truck. The rear ends went out on that. I mean, like, these are things like, you got to watch the fleet they come from. I don't know that much about Wiseway, but I felt like that truck had not been maintained very well. Just a thought. But yeah, I'm a little wearful of Freightliner. I'm wearful. I'm I'm wary of any truck from like 2011, 12, 13, 14. Those are the years that you see the most emission problems out of, those years. I felt like a lot of trucking companies didn't take the maintenance on those trucks serious. I felt like the design of it probably wasn't that great. People didn't realize how big of a pain that was going to be if they neglected it. And a lot of them neglected it, and it just turned into a massive problem. But that 10 speed, you will not get as good a fuel mileage as you will out of that 12 speed. It's just how it is. But now I did get pretty good fuel mileage with that 2014. I stayed in like the high sevens with that truck when it was on the road. It was hooked to a tow truck a lot though. I was getting great fuel mileage when I was hooked to a tow truck. The problem with it was those were expensive miles. Ozzy says, looking into a 2019 Freightliner Cascadia DD15 automatic, 289,000 miles, fleet maintained. See, what I like everything, and then when you said fleet maintained is not a benefit to me. Fleet maintained scares me because a lot of these big fleets don't maintain. They say fleet maintained, but like some of these fleets, like my truck, all right, if you put the Freightliner filters and you put 1030 semi-synthetic Delo, you do it all the way they tell you, and you take samples at 30,000 miles, you're supposed to be able to go 50,000 miles on an oil change with these trucks. But the problem is, you get companies, these big mega carriers, and they say, oh, well, we'll put the cheap oil and the cheap filters on it, and we'll still run it to 50,000 miles on an oil change, and we'll never take a sample. See, that scares me. But everything else you're saying about that truck, I believe the price at $80K. Any thoughts? Yes, I love that truck. I'm an Evolution guy though. If it's a Cascadia, I really need it to be an Evolution. I do. I've had both, and I really do like the Evolutions more. I think they're worth the money. That does not sound like a bad price on that truck though. I mean, you think about it. Somebody probably gave, retail, 150 on that truck. Even if it is a big fleet truck, they probably still, that truck, if you was going to retail it new, it was probably 150. So you've got less than 300,000 miles on there, about 1/3 of its life, and it's taken about a 40% depreciation hit, close to 50%. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the specs, but I do like DD15 in the 12 speed. Get that Evolution I. That means the engine and the transmission are both Detroit. That's a big one for me. But yeah, I love those trucks, man. That 2019, that's probably what I'm going to be shooting for when I get a new truck in 2022. Probably like a 19 or a 20. I'd like to have an electric APU on it. One of the factory ones from Freightliner. I'd like to have that and a bunk heater on there. would be my, top thoughts. Evolution I, new body style, electric APU, and just stacking cash, just stacking it. DIY semi. Marcus G says great MPG. Yeah. We was doing the slow roll. D's World, yes, 10 speed has more issues. Yeah, that 10 speed is not made by Freightliner. Can't remember who makes that. If it's the one I'm thinking of, if it's like the button over here, it's got a little thing you push in, and it's got a slide up and down button. Now I never had issues out of the transmission on that truck. I did replace pretty much everything else on that truck. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of a 2014. Really, if it's honestly like they changed the way the turbo setup is at the end of 2015. If you're going to get a DD15, I'd recommend get a 2016 or newer. It's just just how I would play it. D's World says DIY, thanks. Yeah, DIY knows a lot about trucks, man. I'd take a lot of his opinion. Ace says, thanks, Cash, for putting me on Amory King. I've been watching his videos all day. Let me tell you about this motherfucking Freightliner. Dude, that's got to be the greatest line. Like, you don't know how many times a day I say that. Like, if y'all don't know who Amory King is, go check him out. If I could get this stupid phone down here to do something like I want it to do, I would, I'd drop a link for him. Just Google. Oh, there we go. I had to shut YouTube down. Now it's going to let me do it. Yeah, we'll drop some links now. You better believe it. But, yeah, Amory King Freightliner, man. Just do a search for Amory King. Whoo, man, is that some funny stuff? Yeah. Wow, looking at Kangaroo Trucker here, he's grown quite a bit. And he put out, why is my notifications not set to all on him? Man, see, I didn't think you was putting out videos, man. Freaking, YouTube, man, they kill me. I feel like they turn off my notifications for certain people. Let's see here. And by the way, if anybody wants to drop their link in here, if you got a channel, by all means, drop your link. I got, you know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing but a thing. Drop them links. For all I care. You know what I mean? Make it easier for people to find you. Calvin Leaks in the house. I see you there, Calvin. There's DIY Semis Leak. Check them out. Yeah, the Photoshop King, that is for sure. Yeah, I like my Photoshop, man. I like my Photoshop. Cashdashian. Just take a picture of Kim Kardashian, slap my face on it, and man, my views went up by like 20%, dude. Everybody come in when Cashdashian's in the thumbnail. Crazy. It's crazy. It's all these blue ball truck drivers need is a big old booty, and man, they're all on board. They're like, hell yeah, sign me up. I don't care if her face is a middle-aged balding man's face, like I don't care if she's got 3 chins as long as she's got that booty. But yeah, everybody check out Amory King Freightliner video, man. I laugh so hard at that when he says, let me tell you about this motherfucking Freightliner. Oh my God, dude. Like, he says, this Freightliner's made of metal you won't find at Harbor Freight. Yeah, it's good stuff. Check it out. Torrance the Trucker says, just bought a 2014 Day Cab International at auction for $7,500 with my own authority going on my 2nd year. Nice. Yeah, I mean, like, if you've got a 2014 on a day cab, I probably wouldn't stress it as much because you're going to be near the house, I would imagine. You're not going to be like, 2,000 miles from the house if something happens to it like I was. You know what I mean? It seemed like that bastard always waited till I was like in Virginia, and then it would break down. Or North Carolina broke down. Mississippi, it broke down. I mean, that thing was going on a 50 state record before I sold it. You know, I mean, it was trying to break down in every state. Um, Carlos says, greetings from Ecuador. Thanks for coming in, Carlos. Appreciate you being here. You're making us an international thing. Alfredo says your account is the same as your Google account. Yeah, on YouTube, yeah, I got multiple accounts on there though, because I got accounts from like emails I've had for 10, 15 years. Let's see. Rich Taco said, do you ever use Uber or Convoy? No, I do not. Not a fan of either one of those. I don't like how they operate. They're pretty much, to me, they're gathering data just to put us out of business. That's all they're doing. Like I don't like it when I can't call people. I got issues. I can't call people. Like it just don't work for me. It just don't. I don't like the impersonal. Let's click on a load and then that's all I got to do. Because honestly, like I don't know. They're gathering. All these brokers are gathering data. But like Uber, they're trying to put us out of business. They're trying to create, self-driving trucks, and that's why they want all this data. I'm not a fan of it. I don't play the games like that. I don't need Uber and Convoy. Honestly, I don't need them. I got enough going on. But yeah, just not a fan of it. Don't like how they operate. Just my personal opinion, though. I mean, hell, if you can make money off of it, go make money off of it. Paul Harris says, click on manage account on your photo. Yeah, that's the thing. There was no photo up there. Like, see where the cash symbol is? There was not a symbol there. There was like, there was 3 dots. And when I clicked the 3 dots, it just gave me settings. And yeah, so I restarted it. Now it showed up right this time. Kevin Flatbed said, what's up? Not much. Chilling. D's World, do you think a PACCAR engine is just as reliable as a Detroit? It can be. They have a good life on them, as far as, when they need to be rebuilt and everything. They actually have a, before they get to the point to where they need the full overhaul, their engine life expectancy, like per engines that have been researched and done, they actually have a lot more longevity than a Detroit or a Cummins. A PACCAR does, but they got other issues. All these engines, like a very very smart man told me a couple months ago. He said, all of these truck manufacturers, their engineers are so good. They all know what they're doing. They can design an engine that would last 5 million miles. They got the technology. They got the know-how. But what's in their best interest to create an engine that would last? That's why one of them has an engine harness problem. One of them's got a head gasket problem. They know what they're doing. Like that's not just there by, accident. Like they know they got to make money. And, it's like if you made an engine that lasted 5 million miles, you'd be out of business. You know what I mean? Like Cummins makes way more money selling replacement parts than they do selling engines. And I would imagine that's probably about the same for PACCAR. It's probably the same for Detroit. I just like Detroit. I just do. I don't know. Just one of those things. But yeah, the 2 PACCARs I had, unfortunately they were backed up by those junky 10-speed transmissions. And I couldn't even really give you a fair assessment of the engine because the transmission was so bad. But I mean, I got nothing against the PACCAR engine. 32 in the house, 30 likes. Everybody hit that like button for me if you could. While we're thinking of it, Paul Harris says, it should be a two-way street with the detention. If they make a mistake, like a wrong day, they need to pay your worth. Yeah. I don't, you just because your worth doesn't mean you always get paid what you're worth. It's just a fact of trucking. You know, I would love to say, no, I'm not going to take your $250. You know, I demand $500. But at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's not always how business works. You know, you win some, you lose some. Because if you cause a big stink, you know what I mean? That person that brokered that load is right in my backyard. I mean, they literally, their office is probably 20 minutes from my house. They gave me a load on last minute. They gave me a load. And not their last minute, my last minute. I had a load cancel. And these people gave me a load that was paying, you know, $4 a mile. And not a bad load. Not like heavy, not a, you know, 4 stops, have 4 deliveries. But $4 a mile, you know, right out of my backyard. Am I going to piss those people off for $250, or am I just going to take the $250 they offer and continue to do business with them? You know what I mean? Like, that's one of those things where I feel like, you know, you got to give a little and you're going to take a little, you know? Like, it wasn't the perfect, it was not perfect. I'll give you that. Like, yes, when they screw up and it costs me a day of running in this market and they give me $250 for it, I'm not happy. But at the same time, I know I can go right back to Minnesota right now and I could probably get another $5,000 load from them, you know? And like, I'm not willing to, you know, take a crap where I eat, I guess is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to die on that hill. Not with a broker that's got good paying freight right in my backyard. Now, if this was some, like, you know, fly by night operation and, you know, somewhere where I don't go very often, yeah, I would be like, well, I think we need to think about this. But with a broker that's got good paying freight right in my backyard, yeah, win some, lose some, you know. Damn, now Swift is on fire over here. Look at this. Let's see. Where were we at? D's World, definitely not. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Yeah, as far as the PACCAR goes, I'm kind of like, it's not my first choice. I mean, to be honest with you, but you know, they do have a longer. What is that? A B? Is that the B1 or whatever? Before they need to be overhauled, like they're getting you know, like closer to 1 million on more engines than Detroit is. So depends on what you like, I guess. Night Ranger in the house. Night Ranger says that's the worst thumbnail in life when I'm on my 10th hour of driving. I'll put up the thumbnail to keep me awake. Good Lord, I hope your mom beats you. That's Cash Dashian. That's a new character here on the channel, Cash Dashian. It's Kim Kardashian's ass was my face, and I'm gonna start doing a bunch of those. Yeah, because Cash Dashian gets views. I mean, let's face it, man. Like, nobody comes to watch my lives, and then I put a big old booty in a thumbnail, and everybody's in here. I got you. I mean, y'all are like puppets at this point. Captain Flatbed says, Paul, that's letting them off cheap. We bill $12.50 for full loss day on a flatbed. Yeah. I mean, you know, like I say, you can win the win the battle, but you may lose the war. Captain Flatbed says PACCAR don't hold a candle to Detroit. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Detroit guy. I'll be honest with you. Night Ranger says, what is a good company to trust besides Dig Rig to find out information? I don't know. A lot of people say Google the VIN number. I've never tried that. I actually was going to Google my own VIN number one day. Yeah, when I close the curtain, I'm going to Google my own VIN number. Only behind closed curtains, though. I don't know. Just a thought. But yeah, I don't know. You know, like I like to talk to the dealer, man. If the dealer really wants to sell that truck, they will tell you where it came from, this, that, and the other. You know, like And then it's up to you to go look up, you know, what really happens. But just a thought. Just a thought. But I've never even tried rig dig, so I don't know. Um, let's see. Cat Flatbed says here trucking answers, smart trucking. Yeah, those are good times. Good times. I like trucking answers with Mark. Let's see. Kangaroo Trucker says must be tired. Asheville, North Carolina. I meant not Ashland. Okay, yeah, I think there is an Ashland, North Carolina as well. I have never found that receiver. Geez, yeah, Asheville, boy. I don't like going to Asheville, to be honest with you. Asheville, there's nowhere to park around there, man. They need like between Knoxville and Asheville, they need like 5 new truck stops, big truck stops, like, you know, 200-300 parking spot truck stops, because they got these little 8 parking spot rest areas that don't do nobody no good. And then every little truck stop through there's a mom and pop with like 20 spots. Like, you know, like they need some big time parking through there. Big time parking. Same way from Asheville going down to South Carolina on 26. It's like 3 truck stops before you get to like freaking Spartanburg or whatever city that goes through. Paul Harris says 289,000 miles is low for a fleet truck. Maybe problems. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of these fleets are turning these trucks so quick now, man. Like, but yeah. I mean, you just don't know. You just don't know. Mark in the house. Finally, what's up, bro? Yeah, I went live just for you, Mark. This is the Mark live right here. How's it going over there, Mark? Doing good? Let's see where we at. Kevin Flatbed says, do not buy PACCAR 2013 to 2015. Okay. Yeah, I had a 2017 and a 2018. My biggest beef was that 10-speed transmission. Don't do it. Don't do it. Captain Flatbed says, great MPG being towed. Yeah. Yeah, some of the best fuel mileage I ever got was hooked to a tow truck. DIY says Peterbilt's breakdown in Gatlinburg. A lot. Yeah. If y'all don't know what DIY is talking about, go check out that Amory King Freightliner video about the Coronado. Not the Coronado, the Coronado. Yeah, there's some links for you. Check out Kangaroo Trucker. Check out DIY Semi. Calvin Leaks in the house. Thanks for coming in, Calvin. There's another channel. There's another channel people need to be aware of is Calvin Leaks. He is killing it over there. Very multifaceted. One day he's pulling a reefer trailer. The next day he's pulling some freaking oversized load. And then the next day he's pulling some sort of power-only hazmat or something. I don't know. I often wonder when Calvin Leaks sleeps. I mean, it seems like he is always doing something. Calvin Leaks says that's what was saying the other day. Just put a poster up in the sleeper. Let's see. Paul Harris says double bag. It's for those big booties. Yeah. Apparently. Let's see. Yeah. I need to get me a poster to hang back here, like a green screen. I've been working on a green screen theme. I'm going to get a green screen. I'm going to make it like I'm in a strip club. Just big booties bouncing back there at all times, you know. Cat Flatbed says, we do everything by Detroit Freightliner requirements on maintenance to uphold our warranties. We've sampled all our equipment and all have shown awesome results. Yeah. Yeah, you can do it if you know, but there's some things you need to do. You know, you don't want to just run a truck to 50,000 miles on an oil change, because oil gets dirty and oil loses its viscosity. There's reasons you do not run your oil to 50,000 miles unless you do the right things. You know, so I do mine on about 20,000. So yeah, you know, because the oil gets dirty. Let's see. Kangaroo Trucker says, Cash, I did a great video on how to grease your fifth wheel. It's a riot, must see. Yeah, I will check that out, man. I don't know why my notifications wasn't on for you. I was like, what the hell happened to Kangaroo Trucker? And then all of a sudden, I just clicked on you and seen a bunch of videos. And sorry, I'm watching this guy back in here. He has not took a good angle. LTI Trucking. Oh, Lord. Making me nervous. Making me nervous. I'm glad he's not backing in beside me. Looks like he might have it. Looks like he might not. I don't know. I think he's turning his wheel the wrong way to do what he's trying to do. So, you know how these guys, they making me nervous. They making me nervous. Let's see. I'll check out that. Everybody check out Kangaroo Trucker, guys. He's got a good channel going over there. It's a good guy. It's a good guy. Night Ranger says, didn't think about that click and go information. Oh, LTI gave up on that spot. I think he might back up and try it again. Sometimes that's the key, man. Just give up and pull up and try it. You know, like, like sometimes you do yourself more harm. You know, just trying to wiggle it in. That's what she said. So sometimes, you got to pull out and, yeah, you know the story. Oh, you know the story. I don't know if this camera, I don't know if I can get an angle around there or not. Maybe not. Maybe not the best foot. Maybe not. Let's see. No, Pillar's right in the way. Down Pillar. Looks like he's doing a better job at it this time. Maybe. I don't know. Still got me nervous. Still got me nervous. Let's see. Mark says, do you think you will hit 250,000 this year? What do you mean? 250,000? Should never mess with that phone. Now I won't go back to the place it was. You talking about $250,000? I don't know. I think I'm already over that. Calvin Leake says, when you buy a PACCAR, buy one with a factory warranty left. Yes, both of them I had did have factory warranty, and I did use it. They'll take care of it as long as you don't damage it yourself, like putting water in the coolant. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Which I don't know. I think if you're going to play with any of these new modern trucks, like warranties are just, whether it's a premium 2000, you got the key with the premium 2000 is you got to find the right dealer. I got a dealer in Minnesota up there, and they work on some stuff on that premium 2000. Like that, they don't just blow you off and say, nah, you don't need this. Like, you take it in there, you tell them what's wrong with it, and that premium 2000 gets work done. But that's to say whatever happens at the house, or you can get it back to the house. But yeah, that's another thing. When I get my next truck, I will probably be looking at one that has an option to move that factory warranty out to, because I've been buying my trucks. I'm going to start buying trucks between 300,000 and 400,000 miles. Like, this truck had factory warranty to 500,000, and then I got a third party warranty to 750 on it. Basically on the engine, the transmission, and the after treatment. But yeah, that's solid advice there. Travis says everything made today is designed to fail. Yeah, I mean they don't want it to last too long, man. It's money, They got too much money in replacement parts. Calvin Leake says, I just ran out of warranty at 600,000 Wednesday. I purchased a premium 2000 1 year, 100,000 mile. Yeah, it's dangerous to be playing with these new trucks, man. It is dangerous to be playing in these new trucks with no warranties. I mean, that 2014 Freightliner I had, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you a little story about ouch, I mean, I rebuilt the whole damn exhaust system on that thing. you know, and then it was still having problems. Like, it just is what it is, man. Like, you know, just is what it is. Calvin Leak, like sandblasting from the inside. Yeah. Oh. Gus says never burn a bridge over short change. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the way I thought about it, man. You know, it's like I could have been more of a hard ass about that, but I'm like, you know, somebody in my backyard that's got freight like that, you know, and hey, you know, it ain't always about money. It's a lot of it is about how they handle it. And she handled it like as good as you can. You know, like she made two mistakes and she fessed up to both of them, like, and was over the top apologetic. And you know, I was okay. I was like, at least she's not like, you know, like I was a little mad about the money because she was like, oh yeah, we can get you 250, and I was like, yeah, it cost me a whole day. You know, like I had to cancel a load. You know, I made them aware of what was going on, but at the same time, like, I don't know. You know, maybe I'm a horrible business person for letting them do that. I kind of think of it like maybe long term. Sometimes that's just what you do. You know, maybe you give a little, and next time, um, they know that they're not dealing with an asshole. You know, so maybe next time, maybe I can get another load from them. I don't know. Let's see. Paul Harris says maybe next time you need something that will remember the shitload and be favorable. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you just gotta, sometimes you just gotta deal with stuff out here. It ain't. You can't be this like chest out. I'm the man. Everything goes my way. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are or you do act like that, you're not fooling me. Like, like sometimes you eat that crap sandwich. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's extra runny, but you got to do what you got to do. I think back of that Anchorman 2 movie with Will Ferrell where he's drinking. He's talking about men have to drink or what is it? Adults have to drink a big bowl of horse piss occasionally. Big frothy horse. I mean, I had to drink it. Like it wasn't what I wanted, but you you humble yourself down a little bit. That's the way I do. I think it'll work out. I do. Um, you know, and I'll be honest with you. The load I had to cancel out of Houston, um, it paid the same amount as this load back to Chicago. So I don't know, what is that like. Uh, it's probably maybe 300 less miles. Um, you know, pays the same amount. So it didn't kill me. I just don't like canceling stuff when I agree to stuff. But the other people, they knew what was going on. Like not everything goes perfect. Um, let's see here. Elazar, I hope I say that right. Elazar, at what time is a good time to park before they fill up? Depends on where you're at in the country. If you're in some like rural places like Wisconsin has some good spots that, big rest areas, big truck stops, big rest areas. You can run, till whenever you want, basically in places like that. There's a few rest areas in this country. There's a big one when you come into Indiana on 70 from Ohio. That thing is massive. I mean, like you could park like 300 or 400 trucks there. That thing has always got a parking spot for you. Like those two big ones on I-65 in Horse Cave, Kentucky. They're about the 60-mile marker on I-65, north and southbound. Like 280, 300 parking spots. Always a spot. You know what I mean? I love places like that because I know no matter what time of day it is, I can run my hours out. And if I can just get to that one of those big rest areas like that, I shut her down. There's a few Petros like that around the country. You know, you just make mental notes of stuff like that. That's what I do. But yeah, it just depends. Hell, if you're on I-95 going through Maryland, you should probably be looking for a parking spot before the sun goes down at least. Same way on all of 95. 95 is a beast to get a parking spot on. That's why I don't run up and down 95 very much. I do not like the parking situation over there. Ace says, do you think it's possible to write off the labor as a deduction if you work on your own truck? Oh, I don't know. You're getting into sticky situation there. I probably wouldn't do it. I would call my tax advisor first, and she would probably tell me no. Mark says, I'm crushing it. I got 4,360 miles in this week from Friday 3 p.m. to Friday 3 p.m. Jesus Christ, Mark. Save some work for the rest of us. Damn, son. 4,300 miles. I mean, damn. Night Ranger says, the Mac and MP8 has 3 oil filters. To other motors have that many oil filters. Most modern trucks have a bypass filter on them. They got a normal air filter. They got a normal oil filter and a bypass filter on them. I don't know about 3 though. I don't know about 3. Rick, let's see where I'm at. Freight Trucking says, where did Rick N go? He's always got some good info. Yeah. TV says, what y'all talking about, Willis? Paul Harris says, nothing worse than hearing fiberglass being crushed. Yeah, it can be rough. It can be rough. Freight Trucking says, thanks for the great laugh. Capstone is holding me hostage overnight. And you're what she said joke was, wait. And that's what she said joke was, yeah. I can't remember what I said that about, but yeah. Mark says 250,000 a year, yeah. We should do that. I mean, I was doing like contract freight for the first 2 months of the year, which was not paying that great, but switched over to reefer. Summer was not as great as it could have been. Like early spring, like to midsummer was kind of bleh, like May, June, July was kind of meh, but then it got real good. And I've been crushing it ever since. Run. That's what I've been doing since rates got back up. So it's probably going to recover for the year. Elazar says, Mark, damn, that's some good miles. Are you under your own authority? No, he's a company driver over there. Mr. Mark is company man. Apparently they run the hell out of you over there too. I never meet one of those drivers that ain't happy, man. I just don't. If Mark wants to tell who he drives for, I don't know if he wants me putting that out there or not, but yeah, that's doing it. 31 in the house, 34 likes. Everybody hit that like button for me if you could. Let's get to see what Paul Harris says. My brother purchased a refrigerator and had to replace it every year for 3 years of its warranty. Things have a lifespan of its warranty, and they know it. Yeah, that's what they're designed for, man, the warranty. And people know that, and that's why they trade them in right before the warranty, just what it is. Night Ranger says, hey Mark, I heard olive oil is the next apple cider vinegar. What do you think? Mark says, KLLM raised pay. Same with Crete. They offer me 59 cents a mile. My God, I would much rather do Crete than KLLM. KLLM, what does that stand for? Can't leave Lower Mississippi or something like that. I don't know. From what I've heard, I've never worked for either one, but from what I've heard, Crete seems to be a much better company than KLLM. Gus says any money you put into your business, it doesn't matter what it is, your underwear you wear out there in the day, or if it's the tires, if it's the whole motor or your truck, it's all tax deductible. I'm not giving tax advice, Gus. I don't think that's I don't think that's correct. But I'm not giving tax advice, so y'all do what you want to. But I don't think Gus is a tax professional, so everyone call your tax professional before you start taking tax write-offs from here. Let's see. Night Ranger says, I'm the expert at parking in Denver and Houston. Yeah, and see, that's the key, man. You'll learn some areas. Like, I was going to go on up to Elk Grove Village tonight where I got to deliver in the morning, but then I was just like over it, and I was like, I want to do a live show. But I know some spots in Elk Grove Village where I can park that aren't, like known spots. So I can get in there, ease in there real nice, and find me a parking spot. And I know some spots, so that's the key. You got to learn some spots like that, like cities that I've run a lot, like Laredo. I know a lot of little hidden spots in Laredo, Minneapolis, Wisconsin. Places I run a lot. I know a little. You got to learn those spots. You got to learn some spots. Mark says, I drive for CFI out of Joplin, Missouri. There you go, guys. I know he's talked about it on here before, but I wasn't sure, I wasn't sure if you still wanted to put it out there. But yeah, CFI over there, Joplin, Missouri. Been over there a long time, gets a lot of miles. So yeah, it's a good time. Victor says, hi from Puerto Rico. What's up, Victor? Thank you for coming in. Greetings. Elazar says, KLLM offered me 45 cents per mile. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've heard some really bad stories from KLLM, but like I said, I've never worked there. You know what I mean? And even if I have worked there, it's like, you got to think of it like two people can have very different experiences at the same company, Like, so it's like, even places where I've worked and I've had good experience, I wonder about it because I'm like, does everybody else have that experience? Probably not. So it kind of makes me a little like, hesitant to recommend or talk smack about places, like, so yeah. Let's see, where am I at? Yeah, Calvin Leake says can't leave Lower Mississippi. Yeah, I've heard that before about them. So I love the little hidden names like Prime. People say Prime is please remember I mortgaged everything. I need cash. You know what I mean? Like, there's some good ones. You ain't never heard that one, Calvin? Oh man. Yeah, I heard that one about a year ago. I about fell out of the damn seat. Can't leave Lower Mississippi. Sorry, this guy beside me is doing his post trip. I didn't know what he was doing. He was out there with a flashlight. Yeah, can't leave Lower Mississippi. Let's see. Rick in the house with a $5 super chat says, about to open the trucking business account. Do you have suggestions on the bank provides loans to commercial trucking? Nah, not really, because I don't have good luck with banks and commercial lending on trucks. Banks do not want to own trucks. I mean, unless you got like the whole amount to put down, you know what I mean? Like, Let's see, where we at? But thank you again, Ricky, and thanks everybody for the super chats. I appreciate it. Let's see, where was we at? Captain Flatbed says those back pocket spots will save you some time and convenience. Those back pocket spots will save you some time with time and convenience. Mark says we could see driver pay at 100,000 for OTR. Yeah, it's where it should be, I think. I really do. Like, you sacrifice your I don't know. You sacrifice a lot to be an OTR driver. I think OTR company drivers, I think it ought to go like this. Like, your first year, you get through training, you get your own truck. 1 year in, from like the day you got into a truck to go OTR trucking, not your training, you know what I mean, not your school training, but the day you go to get in a truck to start. From that day to the end of the first year, depending on how you run, you should be like between $60,000 and $70,000 that first year, my opinion. And this is, not like standard. I'm just saying this is where we should be, but we're not. First year, 60 to 70. First to second year, you should be. We should be getting paid like 70 to 80. 70 to 80. And like, if you don't run hard, 70. If you're kind of laid back, you don't push for the miles. You take more time off. Like 70, you run hard, more toward 80. I think, second to third year, basically about 10 grand every year until, you top out. So your first year, you'd be 60 to 70, second year, 70 to 80, third year, 80 to 90. And then by that, like, fourth year, you should be 100,000. Like, even like consistently, like, even if you take like 4 or 5 days off a month, which is about the industry standard for OTR, 4 or 5 days off a month, you should be making 100,000. You're sacrificing so much of your life. At least not the I need cash part. Yeah, that's what Prime Inc. stands for. That Inc. is I need cash. Let's see. Thanks again, Rick. I appreciate you. As far as business accounts go, I like to do two things. I like to have like a credit union account, and I like to have like a big bank, like a Wells Fargo, a national bank. I like to have both, and I'll tell you why. Because I like to do most of my banking with my local company, my local bank. I like to credit union, small, mid-size, that way when I start pumping some real money in there, they know my name. You know what I'm saying? They know my name. But I also like to have a big bank on my side too, because you never know when you're going to need some money wired, or you're going to need some of this and some of that, and sometimes a bigger bank just gets it done better. Play both sides. That's the way I do it. Let's see. Night Ranger says KLLM has the M&M Candy commercial account in Waco, Texas. They treated me like a king-size candy bar. All right, good deal. Let's see. M&M, according, was FFE's, but they took over FFE. Yeah, KLLM went on a little bit of a buying spree there. They got FFE'd, and they bought out the Maverick. They bought up the Maverick, reefer division. So, yeah. I don't know if y'all can see this car hauler. Y'all see this car hauler? That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like a 5 or 6 car hauler. I seen Hogan, the big massive company Hogan. I seen them hauling one of those with used cars on it down in I want to say maybe Mississippi today. I think it was Mississippi. I seen Hogan hauling that. So, Hogan's getting into the used car hauling business. There goes the neighborhood, I guess. Um, yeah, some of these big carriers, you can get into a good position with them. I'm not saying you can't. Like, the KLLM with the M&M candy, stuff like that. You can get into some good business. I'm not saying, all mega carrier is all crap. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't want to do OTR with like a big mega carrier. I just feel like there's too there's too much opportunity for like stupid things to happen that I pay for, you know, and like it can happen anywhere. Look at me the other day, sitting there for an extra day because a broker scheduled the wrong day. Like it can happen anywhere. But I feel like there's a lot more chance of that happening with um, with a mega carrier. And that's where I noticed it the most. Like when I was with USA Truck, there would be tons of times where it'd be like, I'd be empty in the morning, and then by the afternoon they'd be like, I call them and they'd be like, oh well, we'll try to get you rolling in the morning. We had a lot of trucks empty today, and I'm like, what's that got to do with my money? What's that got to do with my money? Like, I don't care how many trucks you got empty. I need some money. Mark's killing it over there. Calvin Leake said, I need cash. I busted out laughing in my backyard. I know people were like, what just happened? yeah, that's I heard that one the other day, man, the full thing. I was rolling. Um, that's perfect for them. You know, with those giant payments they got going over there, man, that's exactly how they do it. That's exactly how they do it. Speaking of that, I did a video Friday maybe where I was talking about, lease purchase and this, that, and the other. I want everybody to be clear. I don't prefer you do lease purchase, but if you're in one and you're happy, I'm not knocking you. Do what you want to do. Do what gets you by. Get in how you fit in is one of my favorite sayings. What I'm trying to do is catch guys before they get into that lease purchase and educate them about the lease purchase before they get into it. Some people are successful, yes, with lease purchase. I'm not saying they're not. Some people figure out a little niche, maybe they find a smaller company, they lease from a smaller, it works out. I mean, I'm not, I don't know every scenario, but I can tell you this, you got a much better chance of success if you just go buy a truck and lease it to a carrier. You just do. You just do. Because, if you're leased on to one of these mega carriers at $1 a mile, um, I tell you right now, before I went and lease purchase a truck from a mega carrier, I'd probably go work. I'd probably just find somebody that I could tolerate and go run teams. Or I would tell them to put me with somebody and I go run teams at like FedEx or UPS and make more money doing that than you will in $1 lease purchase. I don't care what that fuel surcharge is, because I seen FedEx paying like 78 cents a mile. UPS teams are making like 80 cents a mile now. There ain't no dollar a mile lease purchase where you're going to take home 80 cents a mile and have the benefits. It just ain't gonna happen. But that's where I'm at with that, guys. I don't want to be like, I'm not looking down on you because you're in a lease purchase. Like I said, if it works for you, it works for you. I'm just saying, like, I think there's a better way, and that's what I'm shouting. That's what I'm trying to bring. I think there's a better way, but if you're happy where you're at, then who cares what I think. Big Rig Rex, what's up, brother? Ain't seen you in a minute. Says stuck off of I-90 in Idaho with a broken bunk heater. Ouch. Idle that truck, brother. Idle that truck. Don't freeze to death. And a lot of people, I've been meaning to do some videos about winter. Get you a good sleeping bag, man. I'm telling you right now. If you get stuck out in the middle of nowhere and your truck won't crank and your bunk heater don't work, You know what I mean? It could be the difference between freezing to death and not freezing to death. You know, that $100 sleeping bag, you know what I mean? I got like a 50-pound sleeping bag back there. That thing is rated to like negative 20 degrees. And let me tell you, it works. You zip yourself up in that thing, oh my God, you will sweat to death. You know, and I got like big comforters. I got like 5 or 6 blankets back there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, just saying, be prepared. Like that guy asked me for a pair of socks the other day. You know, be prepared. When you go to Minnesota, at the beginning of December, you know, think to bring some socks. Just saying. Oh, man. Walking around in Minnesota with no socks. Are you kidding me? Mark says, "Hey, Cash, can you do Thursday job search in El Paso, Texas?" Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Let me write that down for you, Mark. I was going to do Denver. Oh, man. That dude was doing a pre-trip, not a post-trip. Oh, I hate when my neighbor leaves. What a bummer. Now I got to sit here and worry about some, you know, like I always pick a spot where there's already a truck on both sides. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for the easiest parking spot in the lot. I look for the one where there's already a truck on both sides because I don't want to worry about people backing in beside me. You know what I mean? I don't want to worry about it. But let me write down El Paso, Texas real quick. Got my scrap sheet of paper with a bunch of stuff written on it here I need to scribble out because I don't know what any of that means. It's going to be confusing. Those are addresses. El Paso, Texas. That's where my old lady was born. El Paso, Texas. Oh yeah. Let's see. Or maybe that's where her birth certificate came from. Not sure. Possibly born in Korea. Let's see. Paul Harris says, Abilene. Let me sing to you. Abilene Motor Express versus CFI. These are two companies I'm thinking of becoming OTR, and people have any opinions. Abilene is owned by Swift, right? Or Knight Swift Group, whatever they call that over there now. Knight Swift Group and the Funky Bunch, or whatever they call it. Mark's killing it over there at CFI, so, you know. Just saying. I don't know. Abilene. Yeah, I don't know. Freight Trucker says, I found that my credit union works with me much easier than the big bank. I have accounts at both, and the credit union rates and service is always better. Yes, for sure. I just keep that big bank around, you know, keep a little money in there, you know. But yeah, I'd rather deal with the smaller credit unions. Trevor says, have you teamed before, Cash? No, I used to train people at USA Truck. That's about as close as I came to teaming, which basically was teaming because, hell, we didn't train anybody. We threw them in the truck and we said, let's go. Because I wasn't worried about training people. I was worried about getting them team miles in. You know what I'm saying? I was way too young to be teaming. I didn't know what trucking was about, or training. I was way too young to be training. I shouldn't have been training. That was bad judgment on USA Truck's part. Lone Star says, I miss anything important? No. We just figured out that Prime stands for, please remember, I mortgaged everything. I need cash. That is Prime Inc. That's what that stands for. Other than that, no, not a whole lot. Captain Flatbed says, everybody need a survival kit, especially running harsh weather condition areas. It's a must. Yeah, for sure. You know, get you some gloves, get you some cold weather stuff. You know, it's going to be cold out. Um, I've got a jacket that UPS gave me that I got to go get out of storage. I really like it. It's like a 3-part jacket. It's like a vest, and then it's like a bomber jacket, and then it's like a big like windbreaker that goes over it, and it all zips together. It becomes like one big coat. I got to go get that thing out of storage, man. That's money. I'm so glad I did that seasonal job just for that coat. Um, but yeah, you know, a good sleeping bag, man. I'm telling you, like, I don't use that sleeping bag on a daily because I don't like that, you know, that fabric. But let me tell you, bunk heater goes out, something happens where the truck won't run, I can't keep this thing warm. You know, nobody's going to come out there and get me till in the morning. You know, if I'm ever in a situation like that, that sleeping bag probably been life or death. That's probably the difference between life or death. Because I mean, that thing is heavy duty. Let's see. Lone Star says move over half a spot and take up both parking spots. Yeah, I did see a guy over here with an oversized load that was literally hanging off each side of his trailer by like 2 inches, and he took up 2 spots. And I'm like, I don't think you need 2 spots when you're over by like 2 inches on each side. I mean, you know, like, just my opinion. Just my opinion. Um, yeah, there's a spot, buddy. He was looking hard at that spot. There's a spot right there. Do you U-turn? Do you a U-turn and park there? I guess not. I guess not. I gotta sit here and worry about this now. I don't like this. I mean, what kind of guy leaves out at this time of day? Yeah. But I guess I'll sit here. Calvin Leak says CFI used to be a top dog before the buyout years ago. Then took it back. Yeah. I was talking to a couple drivers that made it. They went from CFI through Conway and then now are CFI again. And you know, like, they seem to be doing all right. They said it got better. It got better. So you never know about those places. But it looks like Mark's killing it over there. Night Ranger says, just got out of the shower when I heard Uncle Cash singing Abilene. I thought somebody was hurt. Yeah, somebody in the next stall over has got a broke leg or something. Mark says Prime sucks. That is Mark's opinion of Prime, and well, I'll leave it at that. People always give me a hard time for ragging on Hirschbach and Prime and all these other big carriers, you know, U.S. Express, and who else is parked around me here? CR England down the road there, I see. Swift's right in front of me. There's old Western Express, as always, you know, in the yeah, Western Express. I heard they pick people up at the state pen now to bring them over. Just what I heard. I love spreading rumors, don't y'all? Oh man. Yeah, Captain Flatbed says King Cash, our insurance company, has required certain parking situations even on barely oversized. Yeah, could get you in trouble though. You know, people love to complain about everything. Big Rig Rex says, drop your trailer in the spot next to you. Yeah, no, I mean, like, if somebody comes in here and wants a spot, I want them to have a spot, but at the same time, I want them to hurry up and park it because I don't want to have to sit here and monitor it all night. I'll be honest with you. You know? Calvin, what's up? Mark says, Cash, you know the math don't add up at Prime, Hirschbach, U.S. Express. No, I mean, I ain't defending them. I definitely am not defending them. Western Express wanted me to do a lease purchase, wanted a $4,000 pet deposit on a lease. Nice. Nice, $4,000. Have you seen how some of their trucks look? Hell, far, man. I seen a boy when I was there. He had a flatbed truck, and man, he opened the door, and it looked like he hadn't cleaned the inside of that truck in 5 years. I mean, it was the nastiest shit you ever saw. Um, I may get me a bobtail neighbor here. Got me a big bobtail. Hey, spot right here, buddy. Spot right here if you're looking for a spot. Spot. Got a spot. Good spot, yo. Here, Joe. Got a spot, yo. Oh, come on. Come on. He like even did a break right there. He was like, either he's watching me on YouTube or he's gonna go try to go around, or I don't know. I wish somebody'd hurry up and park there. Oh me. Calvin says, Mark, that's a fact. What did Mark say? Cash, yeah, the math don't add up. Yeah, no, I won't defend them. I just, man, they got like Stockholm Syndrome people over there, man. As soon as I say one little bad thing about them, even if it's true, oh, here they come. I've been working there for 20 years, and hell, they brought my dead dog back to life. You know what I mean? They always come up with some shit that ain't true. And it's like, some guy in the office is in there typing that up. That ain't no truck driver. You know what I mean? That's some guy in recruiting going, oh, we better defend Hirschbach's honor in our comments section. And I'm just like, I know that ain't true. You're like over here, they're like, oh, I had one guy, Western Express, when I got my old video about Western Express. I had a guy get on there and say, oh, I made $250,000 last year at Western. Sorry about that, like locked up there for a second. But yeah, I had a guy in the comments section say I made $250,000 at US Express, and I was like, well, how is that possible? Because they pay like $1.10 a mile. Let's give them the benefit of a doubt and say it's 20-cent fuel surcharge. I did the math on it from what he said, and I know the numbers because I was a lease purchase flatbed guy there for like 3 weeks. The dumbest 3 weeks of my life. I felt like I'd been hit on the head when I walked out of there. I was like, what the hell was I thinking? And but yeah, I did the math on it. He would have had to run like 170,000 miles to make $250,000. Possible, maybe. I don't know. Who runs 170,000? And like his take home was like, he was bragging that, oh, I took home like, I forgot what it was, $80,000 or $90,000, and I'm like, you ran 170,000 miles and you're bragging about taking home $80,000, like they didn't teach you math when you were in prison. Like, what happened? Let's see. Calvin Leak says, I can buy a US Express truck, 450,000 miles for 25,000. Their trucks are bare bone trucks. Yeah, probably not very well maintained. I'm not a fan of buying a truck from a company that does training, because those training trucks, man, they go through hell. I seen a YouTuber that's going through training a while back, and he was saying that he had revved the truck to 2,600 RPMs on a Detroit DD15. Now, I don't know, maybe they make them different than they used to, but my manual says do not rev this truck over 2,300 RPMs. So when you take her, and that's like a don't do it, and that means like don't do it. That means like don't do it. But he's on there talking about he revved it to 2,600, and I'm just like, ooh, because if that truck comes up warranty, and they pull the ECU numbers off of that, and they see that, say you go in there with spun bearings or something like that, and they see you've revved that truck to 2,600 RPMs, it could be a bad day for you in the warranty department, because they could be like, you know what, you damaged that truck when you did that. So I worry about a lot of those things like that, like with trainer trucks. So yeah. Let's see. Mark says, Uh, hey Cash, what do you think of SFI lease purchase? Oh, funny you should say that. I don't think it's a good deal. I think they overcharging for trucks down there. That's what I think. You know, $1,000 payments, you know, ain't nothing on a Freightliner. $1,000 payment for 5 years. I'm sorry, $1,000 a week for 5 years is $250,000. Now, I've been looking at truck paper and I've yet to see the first Cascadia that was priced anywhere near $250,000. You know, like at most you might see one for 160, maybe 170 if it's fully loaded. CFI ain't selling the fully loaded ones. You know, like I'm just saying. I'm a little wary of CFI. Or not CFI, SFI. Sorry. SFI lease purchase. Yeah. I don't know. I think there's better ways to get trucks. Just my opinion. Big Rig Rex says, I did 2 years prime flatbed, started company, then moved to lease. If you're leasing at prime, you can make good money in 2 ways, training or never going home. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and what's good money? Is like good money like the money I could make, say if I was making like 60 cents a mile at a company, or let's say 55. Let's be realistic. Let's say I was making 55 at a company that paid practical miles. How many people do you think at Prime make more than a company driver at a good company making 55 cents a mile after they pay for benefits and they pay for this and they pay for that? Yeah, that's my thought. Mark says, I think drive recruiters should have to disclose the recruiting for said company or held responsible for the outcome of hired driver. Yeah, yeah, you get a lot of that on here. You know, like anytime, you know, like I don't know. Just remember, if someone's getting paid for it, you gotta take what they say with a grain of salt. You know, and that goes for everybody and everything. Like it does. Um, you know, like I'm not above sponsorships. If somebody wants to pay me a sponsorship, I say let's do it. But you know, it'd have to be something that I would tell you to buy otherwise. You know. Let's see. Ace says, "What are the pros and cons of Keep Trucking Dash Cam?" Um, well, I like it because it's tied to my ELD. Therefore, there's no discrepancy on time of what's being recorded. Um, you know, I like that. I like that. Let's see. The con is, I don't know, like it's like a rental thing. You never really own it, but I don't care. I pay for. I just look at it like they give me a free camera and I pay for the storage because you get a ton of storage with it. Um, Calvin Leak says there's just certain trucks at dealerships or sale you don't want no part of. Covenant US, definitely one of them. Yeah, yeah. I mean these carriers that just run the hell out of them. They put anybody in there. You know it's a crapshoot. It's a crapshoot. Ace says, well, I got an arrow in the way there. He was a lease purchase trainer. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you've got to do training to make it, to make really good money at it, I don't want no part of it. I don't see the benefit for me to have to train someone just to make it work. Um, maybe that's my thought. Let's see. Freight Trucker says you shared a map app earlier today. Can you share it again, please? Yeah, I use Copilot. Copilot. It's like I think it's on. I think on the Qualcomm they have a Copilot. It's made by the same people, but it's totally different on the phone. It's a really good Android app. It's $9.99 a month for the premium, which is like turn-by-turn navigation. Basically, if you're going to use it as a GPS, you need to pay the $9.99. Or you can pay, sometimes they run specials. It's like $100 for the whole year. I try to buy it when it's like that. But basically what you do is you download the app, and then you download the maps to the app. So you don't need cell service to use it. Like, you can be out in the middle of nowhere and the maps are downloaded on your phone. It's the best way to do it, I think. You can adjust. You can put route through here. You can put avoid. You know, like it's very user friendly, and it's on the phone. So it's like, you know, when I'm laying in bed, you know, at night, I can be working on my route or something. You know, I don't have to get up and get my GPS and have to do, you know, deal with it. I can lay back there just while I'm on the phone. Freight Trucking says thanks with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Freight Trucking. I appreciate you. Appreciate all the super chats. I really, really do. But yeah, Copilot is my favorite. Now, I'm not going to say it's not going to tell you to do some stupid stuff occasionally. I ain't found a GPS that won't tell you to do some stupid stuff. But if you, like, you know, if you kind of go through your route, you know, you don't have to zoom in like every mile and go through the route. But like, if you see that it's got, like, you know, if it's got you on a weird route, you know, maybe you can zoom in and see why. Sometimes the big thing I find the issue with Copilot is sometimes, like, if there's an off ramp that is closed, they draw the ramp too far out into the road, and it'll show like the road's closed. And you can just click on the road right there and go route through here, and it'll take you right through there. Like, you can override it pretty easy. But that's the only real issue I find with it. It's really good as far as like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm on the phone. I have it on. I was gonna say I'll show you real quick, but I don't have it on this phone. But yeah, it's nice. It is. It tells you. Oh, I did get me a bobtail. I did get me a bobtail neighbor. He's coming back. Good. Maybe he'll stay the night there. But yeah, I like that Copilot. It's got a lot of features on it. You know, it tells you traffic updates and stuff like that. It tells you when the road's closed. It tells you a lot of things. I'm a big fan of it. Mark says, I can hit 106K easy by training company drivers and me not driving the truck as a team truck. Yeah, at USA Truck, we didn't roll like that. Gus says dash cam can save your butt if you are in an accident. The truth is there. Yeah, I don't think I'll post it, but I had a police officer pull out in front of me the other day, and he flipped his lights on right as he whipped out in front of me, but he wasn't up to speed. And, you know, it's like, his lights were on, but I'm glad the camera showed it the way it was, because he came off a ramp and went over all, it was a 3-lane road. I was in the middle lane. He whipped it all the way to the inside shoulder, like, without speeding up. And it's like, I get it. You got your lights on, but you also have to understand, I don't stop on a dime. And when you just whip in front of me at 30 miles an hour, you know what I mean? Like, I slammed on the brakes. Like, I mean, I went from, like, I was already going pretty slow because traffic was a little thick, but, you know, I slammed on the brakes down from like maybe 55 mile per hour down to about 20 miles per hour. Like, I had to get in them pretty hard. And yeah, I was just like, boy, I'm glad I got a camera, because if I was to hit him, you know, it would have been like, who rear ends a cop with the lights on? But if you see the camera angle, you know, from where he gets on to how fast he moves over, he almost got hit by 3 different cars doing that. So, you know, even if your lights are on, it doesn't make you invincible. You know, it's like I tell people, about your lawyer. You know, your lawyer, yes, will make it right for you in the end, but the lawyer's not there with you when it's happening. You know, like, so, you know, I think about stuff like that. Oh, yeah, dash cam. Forward-facing dash cam is a must. I don't care who you are. Paul Harris says nothing worse than getting routed down a ramp to cross the street to get back on the highway. Yeah, yeah, I've had it try that on me before here a couple times with this co-pilot. I forgot where it was. St. Louis one day. I don't know what was going on. That thing, every ramp was trying to get me off the freeway just to get back on. You know, so I mean, I just kept going. Everything worked out. Mark says, night cash, be safe, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're about to wrap it up. We've been on here 2 hours. Mark, have a good evening. Yes, sir. Freight Trucking, Night Ranger, everybody that dropped a super chat tonight, I do appreciate you. Freight Trucking, appreciate you. Ace dropped one. DIY dropped one. Kangaroo Trucker, Paul Harris, Calvin Leaks came in. Thank you guys for coming in. Lone Star Transport in the house. Who else was in here? Rick N dropped a super chat. Victor, thank you for coming in. Let's see, who else is in here? Who else? Let's go way back and see who was in here at the beginning. Captain Flatbed was in here. Thank you, sir, for coming in. DIY dropping super chats. Thank you. Yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody coming in. It's been a good one. It's been a good one. I appreciate you. Rory was first in the house. Thank you, sir. Be sure to make sure those settings are set to all notifications, because I have been having a few people tell me they're having problems with that. But until later, guys, Cash Dashian says,